Hey, so this is just going to be a pretty casual sit down and talk kind of video because I want to talk about why we're getting so many V-Bucks right now and why we haven't in the last few months. And if you're watching this in the future, I should hopefully be helping and explaining why you might not be getting as many V-Bucks or why you are. It's the same deal. So I also want to say that the current state of the game as we're seeing it should be default. And that's kind of the argument I'll be making today. I also want to mention if you're not getting V-Bucks from your missions and you're only getting extra tickets, it's because you are not a founder. You must have purchased the game originally through the crew packs or the starter packs, whatever you did. They are no longer available, the founders packs, and they might come back someday in the future. That's a topic for another day. I'm not aware of if that will ever happen. But I want to talk about what's happening with the V-Bucks and how not everybody knows about this, which is why I want to make this video, and how some people at Epic might not even know this because I will not name names, but I did have to explain what is going on here. So if you go to my channel, you can see that I cover the missions every single day. Sometimes I get a guest, but the missions do get covered. We're at 699, nice, almost 700 days in. So if you go back, I changed the thumbnail seasonally, which is actually very convenient for our use cases. These last two, Pirate and Hit the Road seasons, if you go to any of these, oh, this is a great example because this one day we had 100 V-Bucks, and YouTube playlists are very laggy right now. No idea why. But if you just sort of skip ahead, I am very good with timestamps. We can just go ahead to the missions. Typically, I show Fortnite DB. This day, even with V-Bucks, okay? Even on a day when we had, oh, I guess the other one was 100 V-Bucks? Yeah, YouTube's really weird. Even on a day when we had 70 V-Bucks, you can see that the alerts are just a few for Plankerton, just a few for just a few for Ventures, just a few for Twine. I'm leaving that slip up in there, all right? I'm on a break day today, and I'm recording a video anyway, and you can tell that I needed the break, but I'm doing this anyway. So you can see Ventures alone today has more alerts than every other one of the missions combined. What's going on internally? I don't know if this is an official term, but it's a community dubbed thing. It's a real flag within the code. It is currently called, this season is a Mutant Storm. I don't know where these names came from. I might not be the most qualified to speak on this, but what we're currently in, seeing all of these V-Bucks and all of these regular alerts, are mini-boss seasons. And I convinced myself that I didn't need to launch the game. I wish I could show you in game right now, but suffice it to say, there are lots of mini-boss alerts. Basically, all of these missions, most of them at least, should have mini-bosses as something you have to fight within the game. Most normal players might not even notice this. I didn't even notice it for the longest time. I'm the kind of person who just starts the game and then wins based on what I see in front of me, or loses sometimes. So I never even picked up on that. But when you have mini bosses, you get more alerts. That's why we're getting more purple characters, more purple items. We're getting the good stuff like power base and sniper defenders. And yes, some of those alerts do end up being V-Bucks. So what's really happening is we're just getting more alerts in general. And that's why I'm saying this should be default, because when we're not getting mini boss seasons, let's go to a quieter day. Let's go to a title where if I don't even talk about anything going on, yeah, look at this. 25 V-Bucks, and then BR became my main point of topic. So that must mean that the missions were a little quiet today. So if I go back in time and go to my own video, you can see I don't even have to scroll down to see all the alerts. I don't have to scroll down. This is all of the zones. Ventures, Twine, Canny, Plankerton, and Stonewood combined were less than like Twine or Ventures on its own. And the day that I'm showing right now is a particularly nice day. Of course, we had 160 V-Bucks, but this is normal during a mini boss season. And the reason that I'm arguing why that should be default is I'm trying to formulate this. So the reason this should be default is this is something that is a manual switch. This changes every season at the discretion of whatever developer or whoever's in charge working on Save the World. They have to decide that we're going to turn off the Mutant Storm or turn off the mini boss season for this following amount of time. And I mentioned at the beginning, the last 5 months, if you go through my daily missions playlist, we were stuck with a Mutant Storm for 5 months, which means for 5 months, V-Bucks were a scarcity, and all these extra alerts were a scarcity. And the only reason that I can possibly assume that they would want to put us through the boringness that comes with not having a mini-boss season is V-Bucks. I think that's it. I get it. Some of us are in V-Bucks. We're founders. Good for us. But like 100 V-Bucks occasionally or every other day is is enough to put a dent in their bottom line, I guess. I couldn't imagine there are enough Save the World players farming V-Buck missions to stop people from buying V-Bucks so much that Epic can't enable this. And even if that is the problem, give us less V-Bucks. That's a trade I think most players would make if it means we're getting more alerts. Because remember, more alerts means more legendary survivors when you're trying to fill out your squads. It means more mythic survivors. Mythic lead survivors are what you need to max your power level. It means fantastic heroes like Power-Based Nox, Commando Spitfire. You've got, I'm trying to think of Master Grenadier Ramirez, but not. I'm trying to think of Rescue Trooper Ramirez. All the things, all the legendary characters that are really good. In fact, recently on my channel, I don't know if I'll link this down below. I'll probably forget, but I even did like a base game heroes tier list where I went through all of the best heroes in the game that are base game. All of these heroes could be available in missions or at least through your quests. So like he's not, but so many amazing heroes and weapons are available just as alerts. You know, Ceiling Drop Trap in Canny Valley, that's fantastic because that's a really nice trap to have early on in the game. You can unlock that today because it's a mini boss season, and it just gives us more to do. I cannot tell you, I am extremely qualified having covering the missions. Okay, I haven't personally covered every video lately because I've been taking some days off, and that's good for my health. But in general, I've been aware of the missions for over 2 years now, almost 2 years now. So I, of all people, should know just how many boring days when I sat down and was like, wow, if I was not like at my computer at shop right now and I was out with a girlfriend, I might just skip this one. If I'm like too tired and I slept through shop and I'm late already, if I am somebody who is committed to make these videos every single day, decides, I might skip this one because the missions are that bad. Imagine the players. Imagine you got home from school, it was a particularly rough day, and you were just looking for Save the World to pass the time. And you went onto Fortnite DB, or you checked out Beast's video, or you even just looked at the map like a normal player would, and you were like, oh, these kind of suck. And you weren't particularly interested in whatever event was going on. That doesn't need to happen. That is all my point is in this video, is that doesn't need to happen. So hopefully I explained that well. Just in conclusion, in case I lost you somewhere with all the ranting, mini boss seasons mean more mini boss alerts and more alerts in general. Weapons, heroes, survivors, V-Bucks. Mutant storms mean less mini boss alerts, which I guess is easier missions, but like, it's not that hard to kill a mini boss, especially in like a single player mission. Especially if you have teammates in a single player mission, you're fine. And I don't think anybody wants less missions. So tell me what you think in the comments down below. I might send this to Epic. I don't know. I've made this case before, but hopefully if I can rile up enough of a conversation, somebody might make a post on Reddit and this will get seen and upvoted, because I really feel like mini boss seasons should be standard. I don't even think it should be a season. This should just be how Save the World is. Because look at how many options we have. If you're somebody who needs even half of these items, you could be busy today. Again, even if it's V-Bucks being the problem, then all right, write some extra code to filter out V-Buck missions. I don't know. I feel like there's a solution that doesn't involve 5 months of boring missions. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. No outro on this one. This was a one take, as you might have been able to tell. See, I even screwed it up in the end. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. I'm going to try to. And yeah, enjoy the mini boss season while we have it. If it doesn't repeat on November 10th, then we'll be back to the drought. But it typically goes month to month. So yeah, we'll see.